Youth in Nigeria have been charged to acquire more skills to help build the nation and to combat vast issues of unemployment in the country. In this report, Galaxy's Daniel Tenimu looks at the role technical skills play in skill development, employability, and the added advantage it has in nation building. The report. The necessary skills will quickly find themselves struggling in the labor market, while some of them may start to lose confidence and feel unsure about what to do. The development of any country largely depends on effective utilization of human and physical resources, which in turn depends on training of the manpower and skill development. Technical education is all about skills development, and skilled workers increases productivity in any economy. This is why in Nigeria, for the government to reduce poverty, it has to come up with initiatives like the Technical and Vocational Education Training Program (TVET), which has been approved by the National Steering Committee on National Poverty Reduction, with growth strategy as one of the core interventions to achieve the federal government's goal of lifting 100 million Nigerians out of poverty by the year 2030. Speaking to Galaxy's Daniel Tenimu, the Senior Special Assistant to President on Education Interventions, Fela Bank Olimo, and the Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Folashade Adefisayo, said the main objective of this type of project is to deploy a transparent, functional, and sustainable framework that will equip 15,000 people across 7 pilot states with technical and vocational skills in ICT, building and construction, fashion, engineering services, and many more.
So people know that if you learn the right skills and you can deliver, you can earn good pay. So this is why we're doing this. We know that with our youth population, we need to create a program that is big enough to train millions of Nigerians on a daily basis. At the 7 states we're going to be using as a pilot state, we're doing a minimum of 15,000 students, 15,000 Nigerians over the next 3 months. The plan is that by next year we're going to scale it up to over 1 million people. Now the target is simple. Our focus is to ensure that we train people.
We have to send out children who can work effectively and live effectively in this 21st century. And it's clear that many of the things that we are doing before, we have to change radically. One of which is, what do we actually train our students to be able to do? A lot of the times what is happening is that we neglected the vocational aspect of learning, whereas it is needed now more than ever before.
Banko Limo added that the pilot phase of the project will run from August to December 2022, which is to cover Kaduna, Ogun, Gombe, Nasarawa, Enugu, and Edo states.
This program was approved under the National Steering Committee on National Poverty Reduction with Growth Strategy. So at that level, the states were picked. Initially, the plan was to go all 36 states of the region at the same time. But we said to ourselves, hey, you know what? Budget constraints is a major issue. Let's have 7 pilot states. So and that's why we have 7 pilot states. So we have Lagos, we have Ogun, we have Edo, Enugu, Kaduna, Nasarawa, and Gombe.
Even though we are investing a lot, there's still a lot more people who want to be trained, who want the opportunity to move out of poverty and be empowered to start their own trade or their own work.
A very long way in the sense that at the end of this program, you expect that most of the trainees will be on their own. That is the primary purpose for skill training programs. You expect that skills training programs, at the end of the day, will empower trainees to be able to stand on their own and earn a living.
Sometimes we are not necessarily full to capacity, again, because of cost. The students that really need this training oftentimes cannot afford it. And one of our missions is to help, unemployed youth. And we know there are thousands upon thousands of them.